Envelope 1 presents YSN's Champions of Change.
Well, I was a pharmacist, so I was in that world of healthcare. I went into healthcare to really take care of people's needs, and when I was a little boy, I was really curious what goes on behind that counter. Because when my mom and my dad would take me into the pharmacy, it's like, all right, let me just peek around the corner because they're doing some things to help me, to really transform my sickness or my lack of well-being into a better state. So I really thought that was cool, and it's just a great respect I have for all medical professionals. But I think later in life, I really thought I would have a bigger impact if I help people change their hearts and their mindsets, rather than just their physical body. Because a lot of people think there's a lot of rules with God, but there really aren't. You just follow them and trust them. And loving others might be more difficult. I think it's more difficult for me, because people aren't going to always agree with you or think the way you think. But when you put it all together, both those things take a lot of trust, a lot of cooperation, a lot of respect. God gives us like a ministry. He calls it the ministry of reconciliation. We need a lot of reconciliation in the world, right? We all have our accounts on each side. Well, he or she believes this and he or she believes that. But I'm an ambassador for Christ. So it's something much bigger. I represent Jesus Christ. You need a mentor above you, and you need somebody that you can pour in. I don't want to say below you, but kind of guide them along. But you also need two warriors beside you. Two people that are in the battle with you. So, if you move with that kind of strength around you, it's kind of like a picture of a cross too. If you think of it, if you move that way, then you're much more powerful alone. Being humble, hungry, and smart. All right. I think humble and hungry everybody can understand. The humbleness is just being willing to serve, being hungry, going after a goal or whatever drives you. But the smart thing is all right, is that like head smart or no, it's more people smart. It comes back to relationships. Relationships are what truly matter. And if you can work on that, everything else kind of falls into place. Yeah, it all started with a coach. To and through the coach is what FCA is all about. That's one of our mottos. And a coach kind of nudged me when I moved back into the area. I grew up in this area, and he kind of nudged me at church. You need to get involved with FCA. You know what that is, right? I said, yeah, I know. I love God and I love sports. So well, you need to do that. And when he said that, I was like, do I need to do that? He said, yeah, you need to do that. Go home and pray about it. Obviously, having a mom and dad that poured into my life, we all have that power to love others and to give and to serve. All of a sudden you find out you do have to have a good support structure with family and friends, and also your Lord. You need to trust in God more. And because you become the dad, you become, the coach, you become everything that's been poured into you. We need to go. We can't sit on the bench or stay in the pews or just think about doing something. I want to go with the goers and do with the doers. And you don't always have the strength or the capacity to do that. So it's better when we do things together. But if you keep looking to the playbook, then God's going to make you a playmaker, right? So, and then at the end of the day, you kind of reevaluate and think, did I glorify you, Lord? Did I walk in your ways? Did I serve somebody? And that's okay if you didn't. You're all good. If you mess up, you fess up. There's a lot of truth in the mess. It gives you an opportunity to be vulnerable and be weak and just really expose yourself to others and say, hey, I can't do it all, but with God, all things are possible. There's no magic pill. I was a pharmacist. There's There's no great thing that you can come up in your mind, or there's no thing that you can do out of your own character or out of your own will or strength that'll transform you. But Jesus said that He's the way, the truth, and the life. And you want to meet God, you might as well meet Him now, so you have the strength for today and the hope for eternity. Because His great sacrifice through His Son is truly what will fuel you forever. My name is Bob Kimpel, and I am a champion of change.